मैं आज आपके सामने जिस मुद्दे पर बात करना चाह रहा हूँ उसको आमतौर पे इंग्लिश सीखने वाले ज़्यादा उस बात की ओर ध्यान नहीं देते और इसलिए सेंटेंसेस आमतौर पर गलत बनाए जाते हैं। ये एक सामान्य सा नियम है इंग्लिश का कि जब हम इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस बनाते हैं तो हेल्पिंग वर्ब सब्जेक्ट से पहले रखी जाती है। जैसे कि अगर हम कहें कि इज ही गोइंग टू दिल्ली, तो ये इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस है, क्या वह दिल्ली जा रहा है, तो इसलिए इसको हमने सब्जेक्ट से पहले रखा है। लेकिन ये माना जाता है कि सामान्य वाक्य में या नेगेटिव वाक्य में जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब होती है वो सब्जेक्ट के बाद आती है। लेकिन कुछ ऐसी सिचुएशंस भी होती हैं जहाँ पर नेगेटिव वाक्य के अंदर जो है हेल्पिंग वर्ब सब्जेक्ट से पहले आती हैं। इस मुद्दे के ऊपर मैं आज के लेक्चर में आपसे बातचीत करना चाहता हूँ। नाउ टुडे आई वांट टू डिस्कस विद यू हाउ even in negative sentences sometimes helping verb is placed before the subject. Though generally while formulating interrogative sentences helping verb comes before the subject, and in negative sentences generally it comes after the subject. But there are certain sentences, negative sentences, wherein we have to put the helping verb before the subject. This is the topic of discussion in today's lecture. Now I will try to point out in what conditions helping verbs are to be used before the subject. Suppose there is this sentence, I have never seen such a big snake. In case we want to emphasize the size of the snake, never, if it is put at the beginning of the sentence, then helping verb will also come before the subject. It can be rephrased in this manner, never have I seen such a snake. So in this sentence, though it is a negative one, because the negative word is put at the beginning of the sentence, then we will have to put helping verb before the subject. There are so many such other words which are either negative or semi-negative. If they are put at the beginning of the sentence, then this inversion takes place, that is helping verb comes before the subject. I may give you a list of certain words which have follow this rule. Suppose if there is rarely, seldom, there is not only, scarcely, hardly, when these words no sooner, little, when these words are placed at the beginning, then we have to observe this rule of inversion. For instance, if we say that I had hardly gone out when it began to rain, but if this hardly word is put at the beginning, then the helping verb had will also come before the subject. As we can reframe the sentence saying, hardly had I gone out when it began to rain. As in another example, seldom do I visit the picture. Similarly, rarely does he meet me. And we can also say that scarcely had he started writing before someone came in. So in such sentences which may start with scarcely, with hardly, with never, with rarely, seldom, when they are put at the beginning of the sentence, the rule expects us to put the helping verb before the subject. This is one rule. Then there are certain other construction when only if it is followed by some time expression, then also we have to put helping verb before the subject. For instance, only by chance did he meet me in the bazaar. Only then will you realize the importance of honesty in life. Only once did he give me a phone call. So all these words which begin with only and then with some time expression, in such cases also we have to put helping verb before the subject. The third rule is when there is some, when the word begins with no preceding preposition, and in such a formation also we have to put helping verb before the subject. For instance, at no time were prices so high as these days. So at no time, when no precedes with some preposition, so in such sentences, in no circumstances will he be allowed to enter the college. So in no circumstances, here the word no is at the beginning. So in such sentences also, we have to follow this rule of inversion, where helping verb comes before the subject. In the same manner, when only is followed by some prepositional expression, prepositional phrase, in that case also we have to follow this rule. Only by working hard will you excel others. On by is a prepositional phrase that comes after only. In this sentence also, we have to put helping verb before the subject. Now, there are some other words which we put at the beginning of the sentence, then we will follow this rule of inversion. For instance, neither he came nor he wrote the letter. It is a wrong sentence. When neither comes at the beginning, we have to put helping verb at the before the subject. In order to make the sentence, in order to rectify the sentence, we will say neither did he come nor did he write a letter. So this is the correct expression, as we say, no sooner I reached the station than the train left. It is a wrong construction. When no sooner comes at the beginning of the sentence, helping verb is placed before the subject. In order to make it a correct sentence, we will have to rewrite it as such. No sooner did I reach the station than the train left. So did will come before the subject because the negative word no sooner is at the beginning of the sentence. In the same manner, when not comes at the beginning, then also this rule applies. As we say, not only did he help me, but also treated me very nicely. So not only was at the beginning, so did will have to be put before the subject. This rule of putting the helping verb before the subject applies whenever not is at the beginning of a sentence. Not until January did he reply to my letter. So not until, here not is at the beginning, so we have put did before the subject. So all these negative words which have been enumerated in this lecture, when they come at the beginning of the sentence, then the normal rule of putting helping verb after the subject in negative sentences is changed, and the rule that applies to interrogative sentences also applies to negative sentences when negative word is put at the beginning to give it greater emphasis. There are some other conditions where this rule has to be followed. I give you example in order to make you understand it. He became so furious that he slapped his brother. So this is the sentence. If this adjective so furious is put at the beginning, then helping verb will come before the subject. We can reframe this sentence by saying, so furious did he become. When this adjective furious is placed at the beginning, then helping verb will come before the subject. So we will reframe it by saying, so furious did he become that he slapped his brother. In the same manner, the weather became so hot that we had to have a bath in the afternoon. The weather became so hot. If so hot is placed at the beginning, then helping verb will come before the subject. We can reframe this sentence by saying, so hot did the weather become that we had to have a bath in the afternoon. So in all these sentences, when adjective is placed at the beginning for the sake of emphasis, then the rule also, there is an inversion of the rule also. In the same manner, the word such, if is used to emphasize the extent or degree of something, in that case also this rule is applied. For example, such is the popularity of this man that he cannot lose the election. So here we have used is before the popularity, yeah, before the subject. So in this way, in the case of using so or such, when the adjective or noun is put at the beginning, when these words are put along with this adjective, then inversion takes place. So these are some of the important rules which, if kept in mind, we can frame correct sentences and the errors we generally make can be avoided. So I think this contains some new information for you, and if you find it useful, I will request you to subscribe it and like it so that and share it with others so that others may also be benefited.